What if the tiny creature you almost ignored became the reason you finally went home? In a quiet town in Canada, there lived a young man named Ethan. People knew Ethan for one thing: his temper. He was stubborn, reckless, and constantly argued with his father. His mother had passed away years ago, leaving only Ethan and his father in a house once filled with warmth, now filled with silence and arguments. His father worked long hours as a mechanic to provide for them. But Ethan never saw the sacrifice. One cold evening, their biggest fight exploded. "You throw away every opportunity one give you," his father shouted. "And you never see me for who I am," Ethan yelled back. His father said, "I'm trying to save your future." Ethan's anger boiled over. "I wish you were never my father." Silence. Something in his father's eyes broke. After a pause, the old man said, "Then leave." So Ethan left. At first, freedom felt exciting. But freedom without discipline became suffering. Days became months. He worked temporary jobs, warehouse shifts, dishwashing, moving furniture. Some weeks he barely ate. At night, he slept alone in a tiny apartment. Slowly, pride became loneliness. There were nights he stared at the ceiling, replaying his father's words again and again, wishing he could take back the cruel sentence that had shattered the man who raised him. And loneliness became regret. Still, he could not go home. One autumn afternoon, while walking through a park covered in orange leaves, Ethan noticed something near the roadside. A squirrel. Injured. Its tiny body trembled. One leg was bleeding. He almost walked away. "It's just an animal," he muttered. But the squirrel tried to crawl. Weak. Afraid. Alone. Something inside Ethan cracked. For the first time, he wasn't looking at a squirrel. He was looking at himself. Broken. Afraid. Alone. He knelt down. "It's okay." Carefully, he wrapped it in his scarf and brought it home. He cleaned its wound. Fed it. Stayed awake making sure it survived. Days passed. The squirrel healed. But it refused to leave. Whenever Ethan opened the window, it stayed. Whenever he went outside, it followed. Sometimes it sat on his shoulder. Sometimes near his pillow while he slept. For the first time in years, Ethan felt needed. Through that tiny creature, he began to change. The man who once yelled learned gentleness. The man who hated responsibility learned care. Then one winter morning, Ethan watched the squirrel gathering acorns. Again. And again. Tiny pause. Endless effort. It hid food carefully under snow. Ethan froze. Even this tiny creature understood something he had ignored. Prepare for tomorrow. Protect what matters. Build for the future. Tears filled his eyes. A squirrel understands responsibility better than I ever did. He broke down. He thought of his father. The long shifts. The grease-stained hands. The sacrifices he had mocked. Suddenly, he understood. His father was never trying to control him. For years, Ethan had mistaken discipline for rejection, never realizing that behind every scolding was fear that his son would suffer once he was gone. He was trying to prepare him for life. Winter came. Then Christmas. Snow fell softly across town. Without planning it, Ethan found himself standing in front of his childhood home. The same porch. The same warm light inside. His heart pounded. He couldn't knock. Then, the squirrel jumped off his shoulder and ran toward the porch. It slipped through the slightly open door. Seconds later, his father's voice came from inside. The squirrel ran back outside. Stopped. Turned. Looked at Ethan. As if saying, "Come. Enough." The door opened. His father stepped outside. For several seconds, neither moved. Snow fell between them. "Dad." Ethan's voice broke. "I'm sorry. No excuses. No pride. Only truth." His knees gave way. "I'm sorry." His father stared. Tears formed in the old man's eyes. Slowly, he walked forward, knelt down, and pulled Ethan into his arms. Both men broke. Then came the words Ethan would remember forever. "I never stopped waiting for you." Hearing those words shattered the last wall around Ethan's heart, and he cried like the little boy who once ran to his father after every fall. Ethan wept. "Why didn't you come after me?" His father touched his face. "Because some roads must be walked alone before a son is ready to come home as a man." The squirrel climbed onto both of them, tiny paws resting on their shoulders. Under the falling snow, father and son found each other again. For the first time in years, Christmas no longer felt cold, because home had finally found him again. A tiny injured squirrel did what anger, pride, and time could not. It softened a hardened heart. It brought a son home. Sometimes we must lose everything before we understand what truly matters. Pride can push us away from the people who love us, but humility can bring us back. If someone you loved deeply hurt you and came back seeking forgiveness, would you open the door again?